Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise.
It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, not as we know it. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it, not as we know it, Captain.
Hello! Welcome to Friday Live. So,
Ahoy!
Yes. Ahoy, ahoy.
Hasn't changed me.
You're not wearing yellow for once.
I know.
Yeah, a bit bright, isn't it? Well, you know, it's a starship, you know, you've got to have certain dress rules and regulations. So, right, well, I hope everybody's well. I hope you all enjoyed what is it? It's an intro. The intro. Again, thanks as always, Brad, for that, and thanks to Jason for your work on it as well. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. We did have a good giggle at that, and Alex's little boat. So, how's the boat going, Alex?
It's still afloat.
Still afloat.
It's still afloat. There's nothing in it now. It's completely
ripping it out.
It's a complete shell. So Dave came
Even
over.
the rats have left.
Yeah. So it started up. So it sort of started off. It was going to be a sort of doer upper, but the change to move the bedroom and everything else. So everything's gone, isn't it? It's in a completely empty shell. Yeah. The floor's going to come up. There's going to be new ballast. There's going to be new floorboards. It's a building site.
Should be moving in roughly around 2025.
Yeah, I would have thought so. Just
So we have loads planned for you today, and there's a big old list down here.
Old list.
But before we go any further, before we say any hellos or anything, we are going to go straight in with a nice bit of magic. We'll explain why afterwards. While we're not doing the usual hellos, but we're going straight in with a jump. So, Jason, what are we going to talk about?
I don't know, Dave. What are we going
Yeah.
Good ventriloquism.
Yeah.
You lifted a move when you said that. It was amazing.
to? We're going to talk about Unmasked, and then hopefully I can unmask in a moment. Unmasked.
What a shame. Sorry, carry on.
We preferred the one that went all the way over your head.
Yeah, right. The Bagdon. Okay, so Unmasked is a really nice trick for Zoom or social distanced children's parties, and I really like it. I like the fact that you get a lovely book and you get a mask. And in the book, when you were at school, did you get those yearbooks where you can look back at them in a year's time and see yourself as a child?
I bunked off most of my years in
thanks.
school.
Right, okay, I'll ask you then, because you had an education.
No.
Oh, right. Well, I had a yearbook, and I occasionally look back through my yearbook and think, wow, what a white, spotty little oik. And that was my girlfriend.
Nothing's changed for me.
You had a girlfriend at primary school.
Secondary.
Right.
Anyway, so this is the yearbook of superheroes. So they're all babies. So we've got baby Superman. I don't know who that is. Who's that, Dave?
Flash.
Flash, thank you.
Right, if you want that. A Hulk.
Yeah. Anyway,
Baby
so you get the idea.
Baby Spider-Man.
So all of these different,
Who's that?
Baby Thor. That's the Green
Thor.
Lantern. Baby Green Lantern. Baby Thor.
Right.
How
fine.
do you know all this? What do you do with superheroes? I thought you watched Grand Prix and listened to Joe Rogan.
And
How do you
baby superhero stuff.
Crazy.
Weird. Right. Anyway, I'm going to flick through, Dave. I want you to say stop anywhere you like.
Stop.
There. Right. Have a look at your character.
Ooh, very me.
You got it. Okay. Alex, you're going to have a crack as well.
Oh, good. I like the crack. Stop.
Oh, very Alex as well.
All right. Fine. So we've got two different superheroes. So Dave, for the. You're right.
Yeah. I don't know why that's me. Go on. Yeah, go on.
Right. For the first time, Dave, name your superhero.
Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Ooh, very clever.
Now, Alex, I'm guessing you chose Spider-Man as well.
I didn't actually, Jason.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry to mess
Who
it
did you
up.
choose?
I chose the Hulk.
The Hulk.
Whoa.
And that is Unmasked. That's really fun.
Go back to Spider-Man.
Oh God, really?
There you go. If you wear it just about there.
Yeah.
There you go. That's better. Oh,
Now it doesn't come with the sound effects, does it, Jason?
No,
you have to add those yourself.
I
don't
feel
you?
that the sound effects are imperative actually to make it work. I did try it silently and it wasn't working anywhere near as well. So that's Unmasked, and finally
That's
now
very
I
good.
am. It's really fun.
A brilliant little trick, but why were you so keen to get this over and done with so quick?
Just because of the way that it's made, you have a seam right where your schnoz would be, and it does irritate the tip of my nose somewhat. So you could go from a trick, and then end up looking like Rudolph. So maybe that's an additional effect.
Maybe you can iron it flat.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's really nicely made. I mean, this isn't
Beautiful
cheap.
trick,
This
yeah.
isn't cheap at all.
It's very visual.
I'll tell you how much it
Right
should.
there, the bottom.
$62.99.
No, but it is.
That ain't bad, really, with a Svengali block and that. I mean, that isn't easy to make. I mean, you're not going to knock those out, 10 the dozen.
No.
They are a bit more difficult to make. I mean, if you've got to buy a normal, decent mask, that's a tenner anyway. And you're buying 3 masks in one, and the price of the book, and a nice routine with it as well. So
Yeah, so the way I'd probably perform it now, having actually thought about it, because this is really the first time I've done it, I would do the bit about the baby superheroes, do one of the forces. So you get two. Obviously, you get 2 forces. Have a child name the superhero they saw and go, okay, Spider-Man, fantastic. What's 1, 2, 3, whoosh, and you're Spider-Man. And then I go, now just for those mums and dads might think that you can only pick Spider-Man, but let's have another go. And then I go to someone else and go, what have you got? Have you got Spider-Man? No, I've got something different. Who have you got? Hulk. Oh, brilliant. Watch 1, 2, 3, and change it again. So
you're still doing the sound effects even without the mask.
You need to do the sound effects. You can't do that without making a cool sound effect.
I don't know if I'd try that at home.
It is one size fits all.
It is.
It's a little large, but that it's better to be too large and too small, because when it's too large, all you got to do, it doesn't fit me very well, is just tie a knot just there.
I didn't even do that.
Well,
I just twisted.
People give them a twist.
I just twisted
Yeah,
one loop
whatever, yeah.
and stuck it over my ear that way, and that fit fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a bit loose. It's a bit loose.
It's good, yeah, I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Really well made, really well made.
So
I mean, I'm surprised someone isn't doing an
To be
adult
honest, that
changing
little
one.
thing doesn't really bother me.
well, there is an adult one, because this says on the ad copy that this is the this is a children's version of the classic Unmasked.
Okay.
And I wasn't aware of a trick called Unmasked, so I guess they must do a playing card one or something.
Yeah, that
Doesn't
would
mean
make.
it's nice.
I'm surprised that.
That doesn't irritate or bother me in the slightest.
Does it not? It's right on my nose. Maybe it's right on the tip of
Sensitive
my
nose, haven't you?
I have. I've got very sensitive skin.
Have you?
Because you do like a bit of brown nose.
Is that part of the albino thing, sensitive skin? You genuinely
Yeah,
say?
well, I don't know if it's part of the albino thing, but I've got
Well, why the
very
hell did we
sensitive
mention that to them? There's nothing wrong with it, it's great.
skin. Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
As
If you're
long
not,
as you're
if you're
not
not
an
albino, your nose will be fine.
If you're albino, I might want to try on it flat.
Is there an albino version coming out? Do we know?
I don't know. Let's ask them.
Awesome, well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
but
mask.
that's great.
Right.
Unmasked Kidz is called.
Should we see who is first on?
Yes.
I have no idea. Who I bet's on? Finley?
Me.
I'll take the bet.
No. It'd be stupid not to bet
Well,
against.
it's not
Be
Josh.
stupid to bet against Finley.
Who is it?
Who is it?
It's Robert Van Buren!
Oh,
Well done,
I
Robert.
wouldn't have gone RVB. He's been slacked
Actually,
a
we
few
haven't
last
been
few weeks.
keeping a tally. Robert's been.
He's
first a
been
few
right up
times,
there a
actually.
few times.
Frank,
Yeah.
Frank's been first a couple of times, hasn't he? Maybe my money would have been on Frank.
Right. Well,
Well,
Robert
it's not.
sent me the funniest of videos the other day.
Oh, you did like that, didn't you?
Yes, a very, very good Star Trek spoof of.
Hey, whoa. James Bond.
That's right, James Bond. Got Star Trek on the mind because James Bond spoof for.
Donald Trump.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
You alright, Dave? Do you want me to tell the story?
Golden blonde.
No, it was called Golden
Oh,
Hair.
Oh, yeah, got
Oh,
that.
yeah. But no, really, really good. So, Robert, if you want to post that link up there, yeah, really, really fun.
It was so
Very good.
smooth without
So,
you.
but yeah,
Oh,
congratulations, Robert, for being first, and Finley, dude. Yeah, see, Finley's getting older now, and we're getting older. You know, everything slows down. Your memory goes.
Yeah.
And you look at me, your memory goes. Papa, what are you doing?
What will be really funny is in like
We
sort of
can
10 years'
now,
time when Finley's got kids and he's non-existent until about 10 past 5.
Can't
And
be
he goes,
asked
oh, sorry,
to
I'm
get on
late.
there. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
Kevin Peels says hello. Frank Valenti says hi guys. Great to see you. And great to see you too, Frank. Nice to have you joining us as always.
There you go, Frank
John
would have been
Middleton,
wonderful.
Brendan's there. Otter says, here guys, another Friday, another highlight of the day, the PropDog live stream. Well, thank you, Otter, as always, and thank you for joining us from across the North Sea. Charlie Robinson says, Rob beat you, Finley. Matthew Colley says, good afternoon, PropDog. Steve Lawrence says, hi all. Sandy Wilson says, afternoon, folks. Andy Tingley, hi guys, happy Friday. Rich Rillis joins us, join for the magic, stay for the Fox News. Okay, so Fox News, haven't caught him this week because I've disabled the trap. Okay, so
Did you disable it or the fox?
Yeah.
well, my grass, first of all, when the cage is on it, it cuts off the sunlight, so the grass dies in patches, and I'm doing my lawn in a bit, so I've moved off the lawn temporarily. I can't really set it up, but more importantly, I need to get the fox used to the actual cage because he's so frightened of it. So I've moved it onto the patio, disabled the actual spring bit, and I've moved the food right to the front to get him used to it, and it's working because he needs to pick up the bit of fish tied to the bar to set the trap off. And I'll show you a little quick video now. So this is where we're at the moment. He's pulling that bar, getting scared, running away, but not going too far, just coming back for it and coming back for it, and that's a good sign. So I think in a few days he'll be completely used to it. I can reset up and
Do you think you'll have him by Christmas?
yeah.
It would have been so much you won't.
taking the microphone off there so everyone can hear us. So yeah, he goes to take a look, and he's having a good old sniff. He takes it, scares himself a bit. Where is he? Come on, look at the fox. There we go. Scares himself a bit. That's the bit he needs to pull in order to set the trap off. And again, and he keeps going back, so he's getting more and more used to it.
He's having great fun in your garden of an evening, isn't he?
So yeah, you can see he's getting much more used now to actually pulling that bar, which is what's going to set the trap off. So I think in a few days he'll be quite, cool with it. And,
imagine if Dave caught it Christmas Day morning. That would just...
I won't really be paying much attention to the fox after the 19th of December or round about that date.
Oh, because of the... Yes,
I'll have a little puppy, yeah. Although it's going to be, a little bit more worrying having a little puppy around
and
with a fox up. Yeah, if that fox is there and the puppy wants to go out at all, then
you need to catch it by the 19th, mate, don't you? You need to pull your finger out.
Yes. So anyway, on with the comments. Already Grant says, "Good afternoon, lads. Ifty's there. Hello, Ifty. Hope all is well, buddy." Finley says, "Charlie Robinson, ouch." Simon Keane, afternoon all. Sandy has a little cry face there. Robert Van Buren, why is only Jason masked up?
Well, look at him.
You've seen why? Yeah.
Look at him.
Oh yeah, just to clarify, apparently I was ill last week. I wasn't. I was on holiday.
I said into the show a little bit you weren't ill.
Right. Well, people may have tuned in at the start and then turned off because you two were waffling. So just to clarify, I was on a holiday. I wasn't ill.
Best show ever last week. It was the finest show we've ever done since day one.
Certainly the most
one
fun.
single reason.
The most fun.
Because I was on holiday.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. Okay. We'll have lots of fun
sick.
today. We'll have lots.
You were sick.
Not sick.
Holiday.
I'm sick now.
Ooh, look.
Right, come on, get on with it.
Jonas is there. Hello, Jonas. I hope you're well. Thank you, Jonas, for your video. We all had a very, very good laugh over that. And I'm going to go home and get drunk tonight, I think, just because I was so inspired by watching you. And we've kept the end part on there for our giveaways later. So you will all see Jonas's, what should we say, his... Revelations, yes, at the end of the show.
So ultimately, Jonas is disqualified from the competition this week.
Yeah, Jonas. Jonas was too drunk to realise what cards he pulled anyway.
Is he awake? Is he awake? Can someone slap him, throw some water in his face or something?
I would say most Swedes should be disqualified because they all seem to sort of know each other. I bet Ottars.
Yeah, I bet we'll have all choices. Yeah, so the live will come in and everyone will name the same card as the winning card. Martin's there. Martin Albon. Hello, Martin. He says, "Good afternoon, PropDoggers. Nice to see you all and you too." How's Bobo? Says Robert. Yeah, she's alright. She's back from the vet. We put this plaster thing on a kind of like a cast on her foot to hold the back foot in place. It lasted about 5 minutes. So we tried again several times over several days, and she just keeps pulling it off. So unfortunately, poor little Bobo is now going to be spending the rest of her life with 3 claws going forward and 1 claw going back on this side, which means one of the paws, instead of being like that, is kind of inverted. So the fingernail is going to grow up, so I've got to keep that cut. But yeah, nothing we can do. We can't keep a splint on it long enough. But
at least you're happy though.
Yeah, she's happy. Doesn't bother her. Just got to make sure she doesn't get any calluses on the rear side of her foot. That could get infected. Jake Allen says, "Just a quick thank you for the fantastic service once again. Really enjoy my Jeff McBride DVDs. You're most welcome, Jeff, and Jake, and good call buying Jeff's stuff. It was well, I'm sure you've really enjoyed them. They are brilliant DVDs. Matthew Colley says, "Thanks for the advice on CubeTube, Jason. Appreciated. Order placed."
You're welcome.
Andrew Corrigan, hi guys, happy Friday. Charlie says, "Guess what? It's Poets Day." It is indeed, Charlie. Every Friday is the best Poets Day in the world. Extreme Burns back, says Finley. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. We may as well talk about that now quickly. I was going to do Extreme Burn during the show, wasn't I? But I forgot about it.
You were, but we ran out of crisp packets. No, sorry. Right.
That would be good.
That would be good, wouldn't it?
But yeah, Extreme Burn, we will have it back in by next week. Did you put it available now?
They are, yeah, you can buy them now.
So we put them available now, but we should get them in possibly Tuesday, Wednesday-ish next week, and yeah, it's good to have it back on. Hopefully some of the other signed stuff will be available too as well.
Should we talk about the back in stock
you can
stuff?
use the polymer notes as well, can't you? There's a little bit of a knack to using them.
Yeah.
Don't be put off that.
Mr. Rorison, if he's watching, I think has a good handling for the old polymers, so maybe he can help. So talking about what's back in stock, we've got Mental Die back in stock, which everyone is raving about still.
Both colours?
Both colours, black and white, and according to Michael Jackson, doesn't matter which one you choose. We've got Impromptu Wildcard, which was very popular, wasn't it? So popular we didn't even get a chance to look at it when it was in.
Straight out.
Really good.
And that's the de Vivier. I'm not making another Michael Jackson joke. We've done Mental Die. Invisible Aqua. Should we quickly talk about these? So these are the these are the cards. What do you think of these, Dave?
I think they're great. I think they're fantastic. I'm going to get the close-up cam on these because they are totally worth
I'm
it.
going to try and
So,
open these gently so I don't damage anything. Because the problem with cards is we very rarely show you decks of cards because it's well, we can't really sell them afterwards. But these are worth opening.
Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one there. Let's change that to. Why is the close-up camera not working on the iPhone? Okay.
I don't know. But
strange. It's plugged in.
Should we hold them up to the camera?
Should we go?
Well,
they can see my face.
There you go. There's some acetate. 52 pieces of acetate.
What are we doing? Should we go and show the camera?
Let me just try this one more time. It's strange. It's not going up. Let me try a new one. See if that works.
But they are very cool, aren't they, Alex?
Yeah, I kind of get what you guys are talking about. I'm not quite sure what I'd do with them.
Well, I think you'd use them in the place of an Omni deck, wouldn't you?
I think I'd still rather. I think the fact that
No, that's not working.
I think the fact the Omni deck is a
block
is half the mystery. If you know what I mean, it's a bit like the more
so
the more
weird.
deck like it gets, then I feel the less impressive it is.
Right, let me just take this off the
Well,
tripod.
really, because it's
There
going
we go.
from a deck to. The whole point is it's going from a deck to a.
Yes, but with the solid
clear.
thing, you think, well, that's amazing, isn't it? You couldn't. I didn't even have a card. I couldn't have picked.
But if you had
card,
if you had a real card in the
Right.
middle of that pack, that would look quite cool, wouldn't it?
So, do you want to kind of hold
Yeah,
one up, one single card alone?
Yeah.
So people
try and get
can
you
see.
an actual card.
Yeah, put down to the camera. I can't move the camera up anymore. Do you know what? You can't see this on the
So
table.
what about on the white
Let me
background?
hold it so I can see and get the right angle on the light. Yeah, you kind of see it there in the light. You can see it a lot better
real life.
in real life here without the camera. The camera kind of doesn't really do it any justice. There's no back design, obviously.
Check out the
yeah.
video on the website because there's a really good trailer.
Give me a picture card. It's a picture card.
Picture card. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll try.
Well, you're the wrong
We
person.
are
to be
really
looking,
are
aren't
asking
you,
the
really?
wrong person.
You really are.
Right at the end. They're not a new deck order, so right at the end. Right at the end. There you go. So there's the King of Spades. You see slightly better there in the light. Yeah, they are very nice.
But they handle like cards as well, don't they?
Yeah, do a few flourishes, Jace. Oh, you can't, can you? Jace, do a few flourishes.
Go on, do your one-handed top palm, Jace.
Yeah, done it. Good news is you can't see it. So.
Yeah.
That was
You can show both hands. So you're invisible.
Yeah,
as
look, I've got one card. It's back.
Let me just do a few flourishes.
Dave,
Dave,
the cards are on the table.
Oh, you've got it in my pocket there. Right, yeah.
Right,
but they're great. They're great.
So they are $17.99.
Yeah, not cheap, but probably ridiculously hard to make.
And they found well as well.
They do.
Right. So
that's everything
you should
that's
have
back in
bought a new
stock.
boat, Alex, says Robert Van Buren. A new boat is somewhat more expensive than a 1920s boat, isn't it?
Oh, I meant to put that.
1820s.
I meant to put that on the intro. I had the snippet of George doing the. We're going to need a bigger boat. That was going to be after It's going to be after the Colin in the car park.
That. Nice little bit of Jaws soundtrack next week. Brad, if you're watching. Andy Tingley says sounds quicker to build a new boat.
Quite possibly.
Adam Evans, hi guys, loving your Jason's mask. Is it magic? Yeah, just seen that one already. Finley says, are you going to talk about the new app today? Can't wait to hear more about it.
No, what new app? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
New app.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
yeah.
we could might mention it.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Well,
not mentioning
okay.
it in passing.
Yes, we are, mate. Yes. So we are officially going to be talking about that today. And you're going to do a dem?
I'll do it. Yeah.
You'll do a dem. It's a shame actually we didn't have somebody in to see it because obviously we know what's going on. But we can maybe try and get somebody online to
Well, we can have a little bit.
do it. Yeah, but you'll see. But it really is something you have to see yourself.
Yeah, we can't really
yeah.
bring anyone in at the moment, can we?
Yeah.
So
You just have to believe. You just have to believe. Well, this is funny. So you know Luke, who used to work here, I described the effect to him, and he was going, "No, you're lying. What aren't you telling
said
me?
you've missed a bit.
You're missing something out.
Just
You know,
kept
like
saying
they
you've missed
do,
a
and
bit.
they're doing product descriptions
Yeah,
and
yeah.
things." He was certainly going, "No, that is seriously what happens."
Luke's
So,
quotes
yeah,
on the
so-
product. It says something like, "What? No, that isn't right. You've missed a bit. You've left something out. It's impossible," and it is impossible, but it somehow seems to know. But you'll see what we're talking about in a minute.
Okay, Charlie says I love that mask thing. I wouldn't use the book, but I'd use digital force bag or something.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, Stephen Lovering says hi all from Tiverton. Hi Stephen. Liam says picked up the dog today. She's so cute. So jealous. I've still got to wait for mine, unfortunately. Charlie says, reminds me of Stay Cool by Tobias. It is a bit Stay Cool, isn't it? Maybe you can do like a double wave, your sunglasses.
Oh, is that the glasses?
Yeah. Josh Wood says, hello from Durham. Hello, Josh. Hello, Jen, says Adam Bowness. John Burns says, howdy from California. Howdy, John. Sandy Wilson says, the original Unmasked was an Alakazam exclusive. It was a movie Joker reveal with a playing card reveal. Wow, okay, yeah, I didn't know that. I never saw it. Missed it.
No.
Otto says the other version of Unmasked didn't have the superhero theme, but some horrific clown smile. Roy Brownlow says there's an Unmasked with playing card and Joker face.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's saying that. Simon says, I see Murphy's have now got an extreme burn back in stock. If any of your viewers are interested, yes, Simon, you can order it now on the website. We'll have it next week. Jeffrey says, hi guys, thanks for the silk-through microphone. You're welcome. Oh, sorry, silk-through phone. Yeah, you're welcome. Jeffrey says it works fine. Torrin's there. Hello, Torrin. He says hello. Charlie says, search Unmasked on alakazam.co.uk. Michael Fitch says, what are the new Steinmeier books in?
Oh God, what we've got?
Oh, we've got Virtual
Further,
and
Ensuing,
Virtual is the latest.
Curious. I think we've got them all at the moment.
We've got 7 different types, I think it is. 6 or 7.
8.
Don't be lazy, Fitchy. Get on the website.
Virtual is the latest one.
Yeah.
While we're talking about, well, not really talking about anything, but
We were talking about
there was something in my mind. Yeah, my mind's cluttered.
Well, we're talking about social media magic. Is that what you?
Good call. That's one. Yeah.
Good job I'm here, isn't it?
Thank you, mate. Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Felt a bits last week. Didn't even watch it.
You couldn't watch it because you were too upset. Too upset. You couldn't watch without
Too busy
being
chucking my guts up.
But yeah, we're going to give a quick plug to Etienne Prodier's new show. Well, not new show. It's his virtual show. It's the last of the shows. I think he's done a few of them before. But yeah, I said to Etienne would mention it. On the 24th of November, you can get tickets for £10 for the entire household for Etienne's Zoom show. And it stars Etienne himself. It's got Josh King, who is one of Etienne's students. You've got Ali Cook. As seen on Penn and Teller. You've got Paul Gordon doing some card magic. You've got a guest, a special guest, or star guest, Eric Lebon from France, who is absolutely amazing. So he's fantastic to watch. And an international mystery guest. All I know is it's somebody from Mexico. Yeah. No. But yeah, it's only £10, and all the details are on Facebook. If you go to our Facebook page, you show all the links on there. You just got to send Etienne a £10 payment to friends and family, and he will send you a link to the show. So yeah, do check it out. I hear it is amazing.
When is it, Dave? Sorry,
24th of November.
Brilliant.
Yeah, well worth seeing. I mean, I'll pay £10 just to watch Etienne, to be honest. But yeah, along with all the other people, especially Eric Leblanc as well. It was very, very good. Right. I lost my place over here.
Yeah, we're about there.
Right. Robert has posted the link to the golden hair spoof video. Yeah, do check that after the show. Good. It is hilarious. Don says, "Is that parrot picking out cards, Alex?"
Yeah,
Bobo does pick cards.
In fact, she wasn't going for the force card, which was really irritating. I failed to classic force to Bobo.
Having a clean. Yeah, having a good old clean. Robert Van Buren says, otherwise try opening it in another browser. Yeah, I had problems opening it in Safari. Afternoon, chaps, says Nigel Quinn. Great to see Dave doing Tough Guy. Can we sponsor? It's not a sponsored event, Nigel. I was just going to do it
because he wants to.
Just because I want to do it. But I don't know. I suppose I could open it up for sponsors for a charity. Yeah, I'll have a little think about it. I've got 3 months to go yet. But there's always a good chance that the whole thing will be called off due to COVID anyway. We don't know what's going to happen, but fingers crossed it won't be.
Sure, Alex and I can think of a good charity, Dave.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, Tough Guy is it's like an obstacle course race. If you go to my Facebook page, there's a little post on there about it. But yeah, it's the apparently the toughest obstacle course race in the world.
We could donate to the RNLI because he'll probably need that at some point.
Clive Beatty says, we could always, do it for the Alex charity boat refurbishment fund.
Boaty McBoatface.
I really wish I'd bought a good boat.
Maybe the person that donates the most.
You always should bought a good boat.
Maybe the person that donates the most gets to name Alex's boat. That would be good, wouldn't it?
I can all name the new boat I'll be getting when this one sinks. We can always name that one.
Imagine that. If you send the biggest single contribution, you get to rename Alex's boat. I bet we make a bloody fortune.
Are you regretting it that much?
No, it's not that bad.
I have moments.
Chin up.
I still think you should have got that steel-hulled German cruiser.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have gone down that route, but yeah.
Anyway,
it's fine.
Clive BT says, BT he says, hi guys, great service. Ordered my book Friday afternoon and received it Saturday dinner time. Wow, cheers guys. You're most welcome, Clive, and that is our kind of standard workaround time. So yeah, Alprendo's there. He says, afternoon guys.
Hey,
Hello, Prendo. We shall be talking about a little product being released very soon through PropDog that belongs to Alprendo. So stay tuned, everybody, and you will see that. It will be hopefully amazing. Was I first? Says Kevin Morton. I'm not even close, buddy. Adam Evans says, with the something that comes with split focus on back of card, do you sell any of it when I need it to put on all coins?
Oh, is he talking about? He's talking about Teflon.
Yeah, just say Teflon, Adam. We do Teflon. Yeah, we do custom size or the standard sizes on the website. Just go to the website and choose standard sizes. Got all the Teflon discs there. Or now that I've mentioned it, you can wait a week and it'll be on Saturday Magic. Right. What? It might be. They copy everything else we do. Why not? Yeah. So, that fox is so scary. I would run a mile, says Don Murphy.
Good reason to get it in the shop.
If that fox saw you, it would run 2 miles. Alan McDougall says, you should call him Wayne. Yeah, we've heard that one before, Alan. I think you mentioned it every week. Finley says, talking about getting older, it's my birthday next week. I think I'll have to prepare for getting even slower into the lives.
What is he now, like 15?
Be careful, Finley. 5 minutes later, mate, you'll be old and grey on your rocking chair, smoking your pipe. It happens so fast, honestly. I'm 50 next year.
I don't know how old Finley is. How old is Finley? 16?
He's about that. Yeah, something like 15, 16, Finley, yeah. Matt Hasley says, would love to hear your views on Burnt Donuts by Daniel Diaz. Mago Flash. I haven't seen them. I have no idea what you're talking about. No,
you wouldn't have seen them. So basically, you know the old colour changing CDs? It's a bit like that, but they've made a kids version where you get a donut oven, you got 3 donuts and you put them in the oven, and then it acts a bit like a fire wallet. So the fire comes out the top of the oven, you take the donuts out and they're brown on both sides, and then you visibly bring the colour back to each of the donuts.
Okay.
It's not bad. Yeah, I was umming and ahhing about it. It came out on Murphy's just after we placed our last order, so I could still get one in next week and do a review if you like.
Yeah, if anyone wants one, just hit the Murphy's notification.
Mila liked the fire. Page. Mila watched it over my shoulder and said, I like the bit where the oven catches fire. I went, well, fine.
Just buy an oven that catches fire. No. Andrew Vaughan says, welcome back, Jason. Ryan Adams, how does Symphony Coins compare to Split Focus?
Yes.
You've just done this with...
you should ask.
Right, so what the difference is you don't get any of the extras.
What extras?
You don't get... Well, with Split Focus, you get...
That's almost identical to...
Well, apart from you can produce 4 coins from that
4,
instead of 3.
Yeah.
So the big difference is it splits into 4, not 3. You don't get any of the stuff to stick on your back pocket or make things vanishes and things. But you get a routine by Rocco, which is almost as good as the one Dave's doing now. So you get a routine by Rocco, and the handling's probably a little harder, but it's a much more visual, classic coin, 3 fly, multiplying coins. Yeah.
Sorry, just private joke from earlier. Watching Mickey Silver.
Build quality the same. They're made by Roy Cooper, so they're good. They're good. I think each coin's probably a bit thinner than Split Focus.
How much is that?
It's $150. It's cheaper.
Oh right, so it's still expensive, but yeah, similar range.
So similar price, but you get to do 4 coins, and it's a much more visual, classic manipulation with the coins where they multiply into 4. They will then go down into 1. You get 3 fly things.
Do you get the full routine with it, like you do with Greg's?
Yep. So no, I mean I really like it. I think.
Which would you buy?
Or I wouldn't buy either.
But if you had to.
If
I had a gun to your head and I said, first you've got to buy a rubbish boat, and second you've got to buy a coin trick.
Slightly cheaper.
What means it's slightly cheaper? I mean, what? Because you obviously get the extras.
30 quid cheaper. I think. Where's it
I will get split.
Yeah, I think I would go for. I think, to be honest, I would go for the Morgans. The Morgan Split Focus.
Morgans, yeah.
Why was that? Sorry.
And come up with my own routine.
Why? One, you get the nice gimmick on there, which I like, very well made, so you can just easily grab and steal and ditch coins very easily.
I haven't seen either.
You get the nice coin purse, and I prefer Greg Wilson's routine with it personally. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Just my 5
Each
cents.
to their own.
Just my silver dollar. Kevin Morton says, hello boys, good to see you. I don't usually get a chance to watch live from a Friday these days, so this is a treat. Oh, well, Good to have you joining us, Kevin. Thank you. Mark Kavanagh says, nice chatting with you
Hello,
yesterday.
Mark. Yeah, nice to see you, Mark.
Well, you can't see him, but he can see you.
No, Kevin yesterday. I saw him yesterday.
Andy Tingley says, what's disappearing elastic band like any good?
Oh, should we show the trailer?
What, disappearing elastic band?
Yeah.
We got the trailer here.
Yeah, it's the one I did you, the Vanishing Band.
Oh, that one. Okay, right. Okay, yeah.
May as well, because we'll try and get it back in. We sold out.
Okay. It's not up here, so I have to do a screen grab of it then. So I don't know, we can do it. We'll do it via screen grab. So this is the trailer for Vanishing Band.
Part of the trailer.
Or part of the trailer.
Yeah.
So if I just go to...
In case you haven't seen it, this is something we got in and they sold out almost instantly.
And where's my...
It does look good.
It does look very good,
and it
yeah.
sounds quite versatile, so I am interested.
I did have a look at the instructions.
Oh, it's one of these trailers though, isn't it?
Cool, isn't it? There we go.
There we go. Right, okay, let me just close some stuff down on this desktop. There we go. Right. Okay.
So that is Vanishing Band by a Sky member. I can't remember the guy that has done the work.
We got it in and it went straight out.
It did, correct? Yeah. We got 6 and they all went. So I did have a brief look at the instructions. I think you would definitely need to be careful with angles, but for social media and stuff like that, where you can control the angles, it's you saw there. It's very clever. How it works, and I wouldn't say it's definitely not something I do, but it is certainly something that is achievable.
See, that trailer, I feel it's a bit of a warning, really, the fact it's not doing it to any spectators of anything like that. I don't know. I'm always suspicious of a trailer where it's just them with some.
Yeah, but that is a really cool.
Lots of cuts.
That's a great trick, though. If you said, "Look, I'm going to show you a trick with an elastic band watch," and it just disappears and goes to nowhere. I mean, that's just a standalone
no doubt
trick.
about the trick. I'd just like him to, be doing it in front of some people, maybe going to a table and actually showing it to people and seeing them react and seeing it in real life. I wonder about that. And so for me, I wonder, well, is it angly? Is it suitable for that?
It's definitely angly.
This is the thing. I mean, it may be perfect for audiences, but if you don't see it in front of an audience, you may not know. So a lot of people probably won't buy it.
Yeah.
Because they assume that you can't do it in front of an audience.
From the short bit I watched, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it in front of an audience unless you had them in a very specific viewing angle.
Well, when we get it in, we'll have a look at it and we'll try and
it's
find out.
perfect for Magic nowadays because there's probably not
It
any live Magic ever again.
To be fair, if you did that on Zoom, it would look amazing anyway. But yeah.
Although there again, if you're doing it on Zoom, then because on camera this will probably look amazing. Look, there's a elastic band watch going to make it vanish. Oh, God, you see?
Just kill Bobo.
That's what people will assume is happening on Zoom. Yeah. Got my spoon and cutouts. Very good, says Roy Brownlow. So yeah, hopefully everyone who asked for a spoon last week got a spoon.
Enjoy your spoons.
Weirdos.
I've now got nothing to stir my tea or coffee with. So
I want to see if we're trying to eat his porridge with it or something.
Woof woof from the puppy pen, says Stan. So yeah, it's a shame my phone isn't working. I could show you this. In fact, I might just do this anyway. Just hold up the camera. So you guys have to see this. This is amazing. So let me put it on. If I put it on here, where's the Mac cam? There it is. So these are the puppy litter. Oops, where is it? All right.
Oh, Bobo's interested.
Come on, move your foot, Bobo. Move your foot. There we go. Where is it? Bobo, leave it alone.
Look how cute they are. Oh, Bobo's excited.
Hello,
What's that, Bobo?
Hello. Where are you?
Hello,
There you
Princess.
are.
Hello,
They
Princess.
are absolutely gorgeous. So Andrea, Stan's wife, very kindly sends us multiple videos every single day. So although I can't see them yet until they're 6 weeks old, we get to see them growing up, and they're only about that big at the moment.
They are very
eventually be about that big. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So
We've known him since he was this big, though.
Absolutely amazing. I can't wait. I'm so excited. It's the best Christmas present ever. Then after Christmas, I could just throw it away, because puppies are only for Christmas.
No, Dave. No, you've missed a word there. It's not only for Christmas.
You know, Stan's watching, don't you?
I thought they were just. I saw the adverts when I was younger. I'm sure I remember them saying a puppy is just for Christmas.
Yeah, no, not
Yeah,
just.
well, I mean,
for
what do you do with them when they get to 6 months old? I've always wondered.
Barbecue.
Fox bait.
No, I can't wait to go running with them. It's going to be great, yeah. Jonas says, well, it was worth it. The drinking game video only took 4 takes. So I'm sober now. So I'm playing the official drinking game now.
He did it last Friday.
We wondered how many rehearsals you'd had, actually, Jonas.
Yeah. So Jonas, the video Jonas sent us was of him doing a kind of find the lady routine. Very, very good. And he was doing it with a drinking game, so getting more and more, let's say, intoxicated throughout the whole thing. And what the video we saw was the 4th take, apparently. So
he did well, considering it was the 4th take.
He was sloshed. And yeah,
he did well, considering it was the 4th take.
Very impressed with that. That's always the best way to tell if you've got a move, really nailed down, is just to get wasted. And if you get really wasted,
we're not endorsing that, Dave. That is not the official line.
Andrew Corrigan says, Finley, forget I said that.
Yeah.
And you as well, George. Andrew Corrigan says, they say with the extreme burn effect, that with the new notes, works good when you do a slit in the notes. Any thoughts? And Alan Robinson very kindly sent us a little tip to do it. A little tip for making them, in that you cut the notes dead in half and then glue them with, instead of using rubber cement, use Yves stick, the green tube or tin of Yves stick, which is like
Contact.
it's an industrial compact adhesive though, and it sticks a lot better to the polymer notes than rubber cement does. And I think he mentioned you could use a bit of invisible tape down the centre as well, which you won't really see when it's going. But because you've slit it, whatever you're sticking the note to should act as a hinge, and it should work pretty well.
Yeah, it acts as the fold, doesn't it, basically?
Yeah. But I'm yet to make one myself, but that's the apparent way of doing it. So I bought an invisible Aqua on Kickstarter months ago. I mentioned them to you, Dave. Yes, you did, Andy. We remember. Thank you for the tip, and that's probably why we got them in. Nigel Quinn says TCC have sold me exquisite artisan products for Black Friday on Kickstarter. Josh Crayford says, hey guys, I've just entered the Young Magicians Club Magician of the Month competition.
Ooh.
It's for tomorrow. Well, good luck, Josh. Yeah, let us know how you get on, mate.
Good luck, mate.
If it is video, send us a link, mate. We'll enjoy watching that. Tantantego Galerido says, hi guys, good to see you again. Is it possible for you to do a demo of Wonder Glass Pro? Can an 8-year-old kid do that? Thank you. Wonder Glass Pro, which one was that?
I know it, but I just feel
Is
like
that the one with the tray that you tip up with the tray?
Wonder Glass Pro. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, we'll look into it now.
I definitely know what it is.
Yeah. David Harris says, afternoon. I hope you're all well. We are indeed. Thank you, David. I hope you're well too, mate. Jonas says, I can imagine a couple of things with those see-through cards. I can imagine you trying to find them when you're drunk, Jonas. Sonny Boom says, hi, hello from sunny Portugal, and hello to you, Sonny. Matthew Colley says, after a week deployed in the field on exercise, now chilling in the bath, watching Need My Beer. Do you know what? Time out in the field, mate. I used to sit there, dream of Burger King and cider. Yeah. First thing, straight back to the mess.
What a cheap date.
2 of his best ex-girlfriends.
Honestly,
What a cheap date.
when you spent a week walking around, cold, wet, hungry, getting up in the middle of the night to do your sentry duty, you've hardly eaten properly at all, you've lost about a stone in weight, you've froze your bum off every night, and all you want to do is just go home, put your feet up, and just get comfy, and just, it's amazing. The mindset.
Right, so Wonder Glass Pro is the glasses that David Kay uses in his brilliant milk pitcher routine, where you fill up the glass and you put the glass on the kid's head and they suck and the liquid drops down. So it works very similar to a milk pitcher, but it's built into a glass. Right.
Read a few comments.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems much smaller than it normally is. I think Oh, it's Paul Martin.
Paul and Martin.
Delete that.
Milk Wonder Perfect.
Hi, Paul.
No, it's not that. So
does it work the same way?
No, it doesn't. So this one you fill with liquid.
I know it's in the children's straw.
So you fill it with liquid. So it's basically a glass with a double wall. You fill it with liquid, and then when you remove your finger from the hole, it drops down.
Wonder Glass.
Yeah, any Wonder Glass Perfect would be any of those. I think there's a couple of different options we sell.
Well, can an 8-year-old do it? Is the question.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 8-year-old can do it.
Dead easy.
There you go.
That's it. Yeah, that's.
You open that. I prefer the standard.
Yes, but it doesn't do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
So is it similar to the Milk Picture Pro?
So this may be
No,
one.
Dave's works like a milk pitcher. This one works like a milk pitcher.
So this one may be a good alternative depending on what you're wanting to do.
Is that nice?
Get it out. Oh, stay up there.
Or anything sharp, just to go through that. Yeah, this is great. What you've got is brilliant. They're both good, but they do different things.
I love this one. This is my favourite one.
This is ideal. This one's the one you've got. Is ideal for a puppet. Really, really good. Thank you, Alex.
Oh, blimey. Those guys.
Work.
Where did that look?
What?
I don't know.
He's filled it out.
That's clever.
You've never seen it before.
No.
It's good.
It's children's stuff.
What are you doing, mate?
There you go.
That's it.
Bobo, would you like a drink, Bobo? Go on, you ready? Drink. Pour all the way, every Bobo. All the way down there. There, you don't want that, do you? There you go. Oh, look, you drank all that. There.
Yeah. So, so in a way, it's the same, but in a way, it's different. So basically, because can I show you how this works?
Well, that was going to make it, I think.
Right. So.
That's got bits in it on that one. I like that.
Oh, that is weird. Right. So this
Can you use
works.
the shake? 'Cause it's just been sitting still for a bit. See, that is good.
Yeah, so this is basically, the reason this is good is because it's basically a milk pitcher that won't spill. So if you use any form of normal milk pitcher, this is nice because it's completely self-contained and it won't ever spill. So this, what you'd do with this one is you'd fill it before the show, so the milk would be up to here, okay? And then you can what I used to do is I had 2 of these, and one I'd sellotape over this hole at the back, and I'd pour the milk from the milk pitcher up to this level. And then I'd go over to my case and I'd switch it for this one, and I'd put that on the child's head, and I'd go, right, now when you suck through the straw, the milk's going to go down, and as you remove your finger, you can control how the milk drops, and it ends up with about this much left in the bottom. So it's David Kay's routine, Silly Billy's routine from his book, Seriously Silly?
The first one.
And the first book, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's a really, really funny ending.
I'm going to leave this one out. Can we return that on to Murphy's on Monday because that's got bits in it. I wouldn't be happy buying that.
So that is Wonder Glass. It's dead easy. It's just a bit of prep beforehand. I stick a little bit of blue tack over the hole, and then as soon as you want to do the trick, just knock the blue tack off, and you're good to go.
Right, well there you go, Tantan. I hope that helps you. Afternoon all, says David Harris. Hope you're well. That's a repeat. I've done that one already.
We got to Paul.
Oh, you
Paul.
asked. Yeah.
Oh, maybe the one above Paul.
Hi guys, have you printed my box, Dave? No, we're still waiting for the info, mate. So it's a case of trying to get a hold of the guy in China and your guy as well to go back and forward and do it all. So I'm still waiting for information. I can't do anything until it's all done, mate. But we are trying to do it. I think just it's a nightmare with COVID at the moment.
Thanks for your help the other day, Paul, though, with Zoom stuff. Really appreciate that.
Mark Patrick Kavanagh says, when you see it, you will buy it. I don't know
That's
what
about the app. That bit of the app. You saw the app, didn't he?
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Thank you for that, Mark.
Thank you.
Frank says, Dave, any info on Genie Live for 2021? No idea, Frank, but if it's on, we'll be going. Yeah. Genie's not the best convention for us. I mean, compared to Magic Live, it was terrible, but I just love going to the convention itself. Yeah, I get to spend a lot of time at fishing for bass on the hotel lake, and a lot of time at Disneyland, which is what I went for, really.
Well, if I came in 2021, you'd have more time to go fishing and more time
You
to go
can
to
look after the stand.
Well, if I came,
well, you're right.
I could single-handedly look after the stand.
You both go. You can look after our stand. You can look after Mike's stand, and Mike and I will both go off fishing for the week. Yeah, do some crocodile wrestling.
I look after me.
I do want to see the Grand Canyon.
No, this is Florida, mate.
She's retired now.
Yeah, it's in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
So crocodiles. Yeah. Great to see Bobo again, says Ken Dunn.
Is Florida a long way from the Grand Canyon?
You could walk it.
Oh, you can
walk. In about 4 months.
Anything.
Yeah, about 4 months. Yeah. We can go and see Frank. Frank's in Florida.
Oh yeah, oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Stuart Turner says, "Can the boat be called Alex Face?"
Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, Stu. Hope you are.
We should do the live from Frank's house.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, you're paying for your tickets.
Stu does a really good virtual quiz on Zoom. So check out Stu. We've got his details on. It's really good.
Which Stu is this?
Stu Turner.
Oh, we love Stu. Yeah. Stu is good.
I know we love Stu.
Stu's
we do
great.
love you, Stu.
Yeah, we made £300 at Magic Live last year. Not Magic Live, sorry, Genie.
How much did you spend on fishing equipment?
£11. $11.
Oh yeah.
We bought the cheapest rod we could get. It was great.
What you don't know though, in Florida they are obsessed with albinos, so you have people around the stand the whole time.
Really?
Hmm.
You're joking, then.
No, I'm being serious.
Simon says, can you make a combined set of credit card fraud, one international gimmick and one UK style gimmick in one packet? Have a great weekend. Simon, if you want that, mate, just drop us an email and we will sort that out for you. That's no problem at all.
Interesting request, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, let's talk about something.
Yep.
What do you want to talk about?
Well, should we do the elephant in the room?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, let's go
Ghost
for it.
cohort
Yeah.
bags.
Oh, I thought you meant Jason. Right, fine.
Ha ha ha. Right. God, I had another holiday, but it was off last week. Yeah, ghost cohorts or cohort ghosts, ghost cohorts, I think they're on the website as, are in stock, and these are from Illusionist. And yeah, if you like the cohorts, you'll probably like these. They are as white as I am. So
They're
The
marked.
elephant in the room.
yeah, they are marked. They are marked as well. Right, should we do what everyone's been waiting for? The only reason people are still hanging on.
Yeah, okay, we're going to get rid of people with it now.
Right, over to you, Alex.
Right, so there's a new app on our website.
Is there?
There is. There is. So about a month or maybe a bit longer ago, a very good customer of ours, Jan, came in. He's French. He was in France. He met a guy called Yves, and Yves has produced this app. And Jan knows that I hate apps, so he showed it to me.
I hate apps.
Everyone hates apps.
I hate kids. Oh no, that's something different.
And so, yeah, and he showed it to me. Yves asked him to show it to me to see if it can change my mind, and it did. Right. So, I've got it on here actually, Dave. If we can.
Oh, you got the video?
No, I've got the.
It's got the app. It's got the app on the screen.
Oh.
So,
This is exciting.
so if we can turn.
You've planned this, haven't you?
Yeah, let me get rid of that.
So if that shows up.
Oh, do you want me to zoom
Yeah,
in?
you might have to zoom in. So this is the brilliant thing. So one thing I do hate about apps is the fact that you get Android.
Yeah.
You get the other one.
Apple.
The
other one.
And
And Tangerine.
and you get loads of updates, and your phone gets too old. So I'll just show you where's my.
Yeah,
my
I mean
phone?
your phone belongs in the British Museum.
So this is my phone, which mainly I've got kids. They've all got iPhone 10s.
What is yours? An iPhone 5, is it?
I think it's an iPhone 5. Yeah, an iPhone 5S.
It's an iPhone 2.
And I hate it because things like Zipcar update their app, and then it won't work on my phone, despite the fact I've paid for membership. So anyway, none of that with this. You can even get it on your computer. You can get it on any phone. It doesn't matter. You don't have to buy a different version or worry about it.
Excellent.
And here we go. And it is a prediction. It is a CardOracle.
Comments out of the way a little bit so we can see. Just for this.
Right then, I'm guessing, Jason, you're going to be my the guinea pig.
Yeah, love to be a guinea pig.
If you could just shuffle the cards for me, Jason.
Yep.
And just because they might be suspicious, anyone who has seen this out, that's an ordinary pack of cards, isn't it?
Yeah, as far
It
as
is
I
an
know.
ordinary pack of cards.
You can use any pack, can't you?
You can use any deck of cards. There's nothing special about the
And
decks.
a borrowed deck.
And a borrowed deck. It's completely fine. Completely normal.
Great.
Completely free shuffle.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Now this has been. I just want to point out this is here now. All right. I'm not
And
programming
that is
anything else.
exactly what it looks like on your phone, is that, Alex?
Yep. That's what it would look like on my phone. That's what we
Now,
get.
let me just zoom in on it so people can see. There you go.
you go,
So
right.
you've got the symbols.
Yeah.
the,
So it looks very much like a calculator that you get.
Side, yeah.
So if you could just spread those cards out. Get the box in there. And just push 5 towards me. Just push 5 a little.
I'm delving deep.
You delve deep.
Don't trust you.
Right.
That one,
3,
that one,
4.
and that one.
That's a completely free choice from your shuffle deck. There's nothing. Right, if you just scoop those up and you can give those a shuffle.
Yep.
Excellent. Right, now look, I'm just going to carefully, very fairly, put them into the deck. Put them into the box, rather. Close the box.
Yeah.
So I can't touch them. That is a deck that you shuffled. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, and these 5 cards you've chosen. So we're going to put this card to one side. We're going to predict what that card is
Right.
using these 4 cards here.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You alright? So we did that using the Oracle.
Okay.
So what we do with the Oracle, so here we go, let me get my phone out of the way.
Can you do it? Because
yep.
I just can't
All
see
right.
the screen.
So
Queen of clubs.
Queen of Clubs. Where's the mouse?
Yeah, I mean, if you can't see it.
Oh, it's upside down. Okay. So just press in Queen and the clubs, which is that card there. Now, of course, you could do this. It's not.
King of Hearts.
King of Hearts. There's nothing funny going on. You can get the spectator.
Yeah, I
To-
did
to
it
do
earlier.
this.
It's just I can't see the screen to do it.
Okie dokie. Now that's the card that you chose.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch it. We'll see what this Oracle thinks it is. The Ace of Hearts. So Jason, if you just turn over that card for us and just see if it is the Ace of Hearts.
Wow.
So just to recap for people who might be a little bit confused, you took the cards out of the pack. Jason chose 5 random cards.
I shuffled them first.
You shuffled them first. You took 5 random cards out of the pack. You turned one over, which no one knew what it was.
We put one aside, which
Put one aside. It was just face down. The rest of them were turned over. All you did was enter those cards on the app
And it
and
told
press
me the card.
predict, and it knew you were going to choose the Queen of Hearts. Sorry, the Ace of Hearts.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
the
turn it over.
only reason I was putting them in was because Jason
'Cause I can't
hasn't
get close
hasn't
enough
got
to the
terribly
screen.
good eyesight. So what we can do
So the
is...
spectator can actually enter the cards on
Yep.
your phone themselves. You
Yep.
give your
Yeah,
phone
we'll
to
show it again.
them.
We'll show it again. We'll show it again.
Yeah.
So we'll put this card as a prediction. And
I'll do it this time. Let's switch sides and then I'll do it.
Okay, you just put those 3 cards in.
Those 3.
Yep.
Any order?
Any order. Doesn't
Or is
matter.
it just yell them out to me?
How
how do I get to the
Oh,
next
right,
bit?
so just press it, yeah. Was it not? Was it not working?
Don't know.
Is it upside down again?
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
Oh, well, we've gone too far. Oh, no. Oh, I've pressed it too many times now.
So you should use the app.
Let's go.
There you go.
Oh, no, because that's gone to the final phase now.
So you should have just used the app on your phone. We could have zoomed in on it. It would have been fine.
Alright.
Just get your phone up, mate. Just start again and use it with your phone, just so they can see.
Alright. Well, what we can do, if I go through this, I can go through the... Get off this second, I'll just reset it if you just...
Yeah, okay.
Well,
I mean, you wouldn't normally get this
no. Alright.
if you're doing it on your phone.
Well, maybe it is easy, right.
Well, you reset it and we'll...
I say just do it on your phone, like they'll get, because it's confusing watching it on the screen, because they'll
is it?
get it on the phone.
Yeah, just do it on your phone.
When you get it on your phone, this is what they'll see on the phone. In fact,
Okay.
I can do it from here, acting the camera, using the camera.
Alright.
Just quickly go through the first phase.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll just start from where we were.
Well, it's something we can't do the last phase, so that's all. But,
Well, restart, just reset and do it from scratch.
the whole thing.
Yeah, do the whole thing. We'll do it all over again. Now they know what they're looking for. They can watch it and think, "What the bleep?"
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
There's no harm in doing it again. People ask to see it
No,
again
no.
anyway.
Okay.
Do you want to set it up and we'll... Well,
it's
not that there's
just,
anything set up, but...
Let me just reset the phone. Hang on.
Okay, should we talk about something else while Alex does that, Dave?
Yeah. What's next on the list?
So we've got Fruitful and we got the Balloon Burster. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
talk
go on,
about
talk
that.
about the Balloon
So Balloon Burster is kind of what it says on the box, really. It is a balloon burster. Now, I haven't set this up yet because I wasn't expecting to do it just yet. But basically, it's a telekinesis type thing where you have a balloon. You can, whenever you choose, burst the balloon just on the...
So if I count down from 5 to 0, would it burst on 0?
Should do.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh!
Ooh, nice.
And it bursts with some power as well. So you can do some really, really nice things with that. I've got a Kidz prop called the Magic Marksman by Practical Magic, which is a dowel and a target, and you put a balloon through the target. Whenever the child puts the target on the table, it bursts, and you get them to shoot it with a banana. It's really funny. And then it would be great to have the target in my hand and this on the table behind me, and just have them shoot with the banana, and that one pops.
I
and
love
shot
that
the wrong
idea.
one.
That would be hilarious.
But yeah, it's electronic. It's really good. We were really impressed with it yesterday, weren't we? When we had a play with it.
Yeah,
It's not
very
cheap.
well made.
It is $89.99, which when you've got it, considering what it is not bad. It will work from distance. You can point like a gun and shoot the balloon. You can get your spectator to do it whenever they want to. Yeah, I think it will solve some problems for some people, and it all comes in a little cardboard tube, and you get everything you need to perform it straight out of the box. So that's Balloon Burster by Taiwan Ben. But yeah, very
Wonderful.
nice, very nice thing.
You ready, Alex? You restarting your phone?
This is the problem with having an iPhone 5S.
Right,
This
no.
is why I hate apps. Anything electronic.
In the meantime, Jason, do you want to shuffle the cards?
Yeah.
Right, just out of curiosity, how long is it to reset the app normally if you were going to do a performance?
A second.
A second, right, there you go. Right, okay.
Your phone is
The
literally turned off.
the app automatically. Yeah,
Restarts.
my phone restarted. By
Oh, okay. You still have a decent phone, Alex.
Get yourself
How many times do you have to charge that a day? Is it like 10?
3 or 4.
Sell your boat, get a better phone. Actually, you can't. You haven't got enough money from the boat to buy a phone.
Oh dear.
Right, are you ready? Hurry up. They're all waiting.
They're all waiting. We can talk about another fact while that's setting up, if you like.
Well, do you want to quickly mention the airplane mode?
Yes. Oh, brilliant. Good idea. Yeah, very good idea. So, guys, those of you, there won't be very many of you because we've only sold 3 at the moment. We just got 6 more in from Murphy's. I'm sorry to say this, but there seems to be a printing error on the boarding passes. So, if you own one of these and you've not seen.
So we sold. We bought 3 and we sold 3, and one of the customers figured this out.
Yeah.
Just show them where it is.
So it's important with the boarding passes. What they're getting from the boarding passes is the location you're flying to, which is up here. And there's a seat number which is supposed to be this one here, so 14C. That is supposed to be replicated under here where it says Group 4, but you'll see it says 13C. So it was initially 13C and they decided to change the number to 14C. I don't know why, unless they thought 13 was an unlucky number or something, I don't know. But they forgot to update that on the boarding pass. So everybody that owns, and this is regardless of where you bought it from, if you bought it from us, if you bought it from somewhere else, you probably have got this issue. Murphy's have said to us that they're going to send us some replacement boarding passes, so that will be in the next few weeks, but when we get them we'll send them out to anybody that's bought it from us.
Well, there'll only be 3 people.
There'll only be 3 people at the moment, and then when we get the new ones we'll replace them in our 6 copies we've got here.
But we've taken our ones off the stock.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
Now there is a little workaround you can get. If you're not too fussed about it, there's a little workaround you could do.
You could just get a pen and circle it like they would if you got on the plane. They may circle it or check it with a punch thing. You could just circle right through it, and nobody. That's the number they're looking at, really.
Yeah.
No, it's the number I said. But Jason,
if you said to someone what seat is what seat you sat on the plane, you're going to go to the number in bold, aren't you?
Yeah.
More often than not. So
you could circle in theory Group 4 on it, and then just slightly go over
just
the 13C.
Cycle through that. Exactly that,
and people wouldn't realise that there was a seat number on that side.
But
anyway.
but if they're selling something for, it's about 70 quid, I think. If they're selling something like that, they need to.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a shame.
Get what you're paying for.
But
But other than that, it's a great trick.
Yeah, great trick. Right, Alex, ready?
Yeah, just show all the cards. Jason, do it again. Yep, shuffle, spread, give me 5.
Shuffle, spread, and give you 5.
Yeah. Oh. God dear. 1,
3, 4, 5.
Super stuff to keep them up and give those a nice
Just a reminder, they're not marked in any way. They're just regular cards. Can be a borrow deck.
Yep, fine.
Excellent. Once again.
Okay.
Into the box. Not to be touched. Sight unseen.
Mhm.
And here we've got
Wow, all the reds.
all the reds, isn't that? That's quite unusual. Right, so here we go. So again, we're going to enter them into.
No, not on the app.
Oh, we're going to enter them on my phone.
On the phone.
Onto the phone. So,
Oh, I can do that then.
So 4 of hearts. Jason, can you put in the 4 and then say just 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's working? Yeah, and heart.
Is that the one at the bottom?
No, that one
No,
there.
that one there. Right, fine. Yeah, got it. Yeah, now I know where they are.
10 of hearts.
See, this is much better doing it
That one
this
there.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. 8 of diamonds.
So I can do the diamonds first if I want, can I?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
Diamonds 8,
And the ace of diamonds.
ace, diamonds.
There we go. And if you hit predict,
1 card.
the ace of spades, which would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Be interesting. Wow.
Ooh.
There you go.
Very good. Very
bad.
good.
So again, it could be any 4 cards. So if we can predict,
Yeah, I'll have a go this time.
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what we do. You the 4 cards, Dave. Just do you want to shuffle them up?
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to put one to one side for
What, anyone?
anyone?
Oh.
Right. Yeah. Any one of those?
Yeah.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
You just put in those. So
Right, so we have. I'll change hands.
so which one do we put? Put them in any order. Which one?
Yeah, Queen Spade.
Queen
Hold on.
spades.
How can it be anyone?
Jack of Diamonds.
Yep.
And 6 of hearts.
Yep.
Let's predict.
Yep. 8 of clubs.
8 of clubs.
So is this the deck that Jason shuffled, by the way? Just remember that. That's the 8 of clubs.
I don't understand. I thought I knew how it works, but I don't understand how that could be any one.
It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. So you shuffle.
Yeah,
this
no,
deck.
that is any one.
So
It's
here we
really
go. So
annoying.
we'll just put that card to one side. And I'll tell you what, just to make sure you think I might be, you can actually choose any 2 cards, Jason, if you like.
See, the good thing is when people watch this back
Two
in
of
slow motion,
spades and the 3 of clubs.
Yeah.
A Marvin callback. Yeah.
when people watch this back in slow motion, there's
Right.
nothing they can possibly see.
Okay, which one do you want me to put in first?
3 of clubs.
3 clubs? Do you want me to put the club in? It doesn't make any difference, man. 3 clubs. 2 of spades, yep.
Yeah.
The 10 of diamonds, so in theory that card there.
We should have turned that over before the app then, shouldn't we?
There you go. It's 10 of diamonds.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good. But, I mean, obviously that's just a few cards, but what we can do here, Dave, you just come in here. So if I can get both in at the same time, at the same screen, so if we go to there.
You want to go back a bit, yeah.
Screen?
To get it. You need both. You need the deck and the phone in the same shot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I'll move the deck a bit closer to the phone then.
Alright, well, yeah.
Side by side. That's it, yeah. Side.
Yeah, so if I think we'll press that button there, you'll see that it's showing the deck there.
I'll move it to your hand
so-
then. Is it there? There you go.
And Jason, if you could just tap, so if you could tap the screen, so that's the 6 of hearts. Yep. So the next card should be the Jack of Diamonds. If
Yeah.
you click that, and that before stop, you shuffled these, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's the 8 of clubs. Yeah, that's the Ace of Diamonds. Come on, faster, Jason. Faster. 10 hearts. Faster.
Oh,
Yeah, 4 of spades. 4 of spades. They're all the same. There you go. So you've got the 2 of spades there, the 3 of that. Yeah, it's gone away through.
Absolutely insane.
Absolutely
I mean,
insane.
Absolutely insane.
You just can't figure it out. There is no physical way
Oh, and,
that can possibly happen.
And the reset is, I'm sorry, yeah, this is what the reset is when you've done the whole routine. You just press that button, and there you go, you're back.
There you go.
And the deck is, of course.
That's annoyed me because I thought I knew how it works and I don't understand.
Even when you
that
know how it
second
works, it's
yeah, but I don't understand that second bit because you shuffled them and then I don't get it. I don't get how that's done that. That's brilliant. It's amazing, isn't it? How much is it?
just
50
mad.
quid, 49.99.
And what do you get?
You get the code.
You get your phone.
Yeah, that might be cheaper with my phone.
Well, you get a scratch card, don't you? A scratch
You
code.
get a card with the code, and yeah, like I say, it works. Doesn't matter how old your phone is. If you've got a phone older than mine, please write in, and I'll send you mine as an upgrade.
You know, these people last week were requesting spoons with our names on it.
Yeah, so I mean that really is proof it works on absolutely anything. Like I say, I can't get Zipcar app on my phone. Yeah, so Android, any Mac, any PC, any tablet. So if you want to project it onto a stage and have someone on stage and have it on your screen, you can do it.
Zoom would be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yep.
How do you learn it then? So is it written instructions? Is it video instructions? Is it
Both written and the video instructions. So the video
Right.
instructions will be finished by Monday.
okay? Great.
There you go.
Amazing.
Right.
And it's
absolutely super.
CardOracle. That's what it's called. CardOracle.
CardOracle completely fooled me.
Yeah. Oh, everyone who's watched that in the shop, customers have just been like, how? Even those people like me who hate apps. What I like about this is I'm not saying here's my phone, I'll do something on my phone. I'm saying here's my phone is going to do the magic. In fact, you press the buttons, you do everything. My phone, I'm not a magician. The phone is magic.
Max Somerset's was
Yeah.
the best reaction. It's just
Oh.
like, it isn't.
Yeah.
He said, right, I'm putting them in, and he put them in and he went, Alex, this isn't right. Like, it is
possible.
It's brilliant.
It is a very funny feeling, and you get people going like, "Well, I can put it in any order, and I don't have to." It's like, yeah, doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
Brilliant. Right. Okay. So we got over the problems. I'm glad we didn't use that. I want people to see it as it is, as it should be.
Okay.
There in front of you. Yeah. So that's good in the end. Right. Paul Sunderland says, "Hi guys, I'm looking for a hardback close-up pad. What colour material is the PropDog matte? As I'd like a plain one in that colour. If you mean this colour over here, this is just some random colour that I chose. I don't know what colour it is, but we've got some really nice colours, Paul. If you have a look on the video of the close-up pad, you'll see a whole range of colours that we do as standard, or we can print any colour. For example, this is a printed pad, so I just chose a nice colour and I had it printed with the rest of the design on it. So if you want a colour we don't have, we can send it off to get coloured, and you can have whatever colour you want on it. But if you're doing that, you might as well have a little logo on it somewhere as well.
I like the electric blue one that you were using.
I
Is
like
that the electric blue
no,
one?
That's the teal blue.
That
Yeah,
teal
so the
blue's
teal
nice.
blue. Let me get the teal blue. So
Yeah, the teal blue.
I was thinking of that.
Pretty close to that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
do like
this is-
teal.
It's got more of a tinge of
Yeah,
purple.
not
this
so
one, but-
purpley, but yeah, you can see
Not
that.
quite,
Is,
yeah, the light's a bit.
Yeah, it depends on how the light is, how the catch is on the light.
Yeah, it's nice though.
So yeah, there you go. That's a beautiful colour.
And the electric blue one really shimmers, doesn't it? It's
Yeah,
really
just
nice.
drop us an email, Paul. We can just go through the whole process with you and find something you really like. Stephen Blair says, "Hey guys, I'm here. I did it. I beat Finley. Did I beat Finley? No, you didn't, mate. No." Andy Tingley says, "Paint your boat yellow, Alex."
I like yellow.
Then on
fun
the
colour.
first launch, you could rename it Yellow Submarine. Yay! I mean,
good.
Alex does like his tartan trousers as well. I could quite see the
tartan boat
bottom of
would be
that
good.
boat being all tartan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was actually going to paint it like the picture of the rust heap Colin on the.
Oh, and the
I was
the
going to
intro.
paint it as if it is a rusty heap. I thought that would be. Well, it is a rusty heap.
Yeah.
Let's face it, I don't have to paint it.
I like the pirate ship that's moored 2 boats down from you. Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
that's
lives on
cool.
a
Oh, yeah,
pirate
yeah,
ship.
literal pirate ship,
Yeah,
yeah.
big galleon. Finley says he's 13. He's going to be 14 next week. Ah, you look older than you are, Finley. Frank Valenti says my birthday was on Monday. I just turned 49. Happy birthday,
happy
Frank.
birthday,
Oh,
Frank.
we're the same age, mate. We're the same age for another 6 months. George Grayson says, "Hey, sorry I'm late." George, you missed it, buddy. You missed it all. Ottar says, "If Saturn Magic copies everything you mentioned, you should just give a big speech about how good Scams Minds products are." Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, you should stop those.
That latest abstract effects.
George says, "Thanks for the spoons." Charlie Robinson says, "We don't want to make Scams Mind's ego even bigger, though." Good point. Finley says, "I'm currently self-isolating. Hat to this week and hat to next week. I'm learning to juggle. I can juggle 3 balls quite well now. If any of
good
you
man.
can juggle, do you have any tips? Thank you."
Don't drop them.
I learned mine over the bed or the sofa so that you don't have
Yeah,
to bend
keep
down to pick
picking
them
them
up.
up.
I learnt with silks
Oh yeah, silks.
because
is
you
a
can
very
throw
good-
silks up
yeah.
like that and they take a little while to come down, so you
Yeah,
can
you
start
learn
getting the
your pattern.
coordination.
Or
Yeah,
even polythene bags and stuff like that. If you-
yeah.
Anything that floats a little bit.
Let's chat later, says Ottar.
Don't
James,
use your boat then.
James Howard says, "Quick vid with playing with Symphony coins. Excuse the bad handling, not a coin guy." We shall check that after the show, James, because we can't watch it live on here. The link doesn't work. Jake Allen says, "Feel free to send me a message if you need any help." I presume that's about juggling. George says, "Oh, that elastic band is cool. Can you dem the impossible card balance, please?" Not at the moment, George. And you've got one. We've got no thread here, and not that it's thread that uses no magnets or no smoke here to do it all with. But we haven't got anything to do it with, and I'd have to get it all set up. So I haven't got it at the moment, mate. But when you come into the shop next, we'll show you live. Peter Burkett says, "Hi guys, at work again, but I'll watch after. I hope you're all well."
We're good, thank you.
Yeah, George says, "My mental die is coming Monday, so excited." Oh, you lucky bugger. Mental dies. Nick Adcock says, turning into all creatures great and small this show." Nigel Quinn, "A competition for naming Alex's boat and Dave's puppy." You're not naming my puppy, I tell you that. No one's naming that but me. Andy Digley, "A dog is not only for Christmas, you can eat the leftovers on Boxing Day."
Oh, he's on form today, aren't you, Mr. Tingley?
Tingle all the way.
Walter
all the
says,
way.
"Showed the pups to my dogs, beautiful." When is your new trick coming out, says George? Well, I suppose we're releasing it today, are we?
It's out.
Yeah,
Are we-
it's
on the website?
site.
It's on the
There
website.
you go. Why now? Walter says, "Welcome back, Jason."
Thanks, Walter.
James Buchanan Cowan says, "Good afternoon, Dave, Alex and Jason. Currently watching an aisle 43, the paintbrush and roller aisle in B&Q. We'll try some more extreme locations as the week goes on." Do you sell the original Rocky Raccoon? No, George, you can't buy it anywhere, I'm afraid. But there's a couple of similar versions we do sell, though. So unfortunately, missed half an hour, says Walter. Jason, will you put on weight?
Cheers, mate.
But hasn't he aged, Paul? Hasn't he? Paul aged, eh?
Thanks, pal.
You see it when he gets on Alex's boat, the whole boat goes zoof.
Yeah.
He is. A bit wobbly, this boat.
Paul, good bodies this afternoon, guys. Paul Martin, the electronic box cover.
That's the last time I
reserve.
reserve a product that I've bought and give it to you, mate. You.
But neither of you want it anyway.
Well, no, that's true.
Frank Valenti says, "I volunteer to work the stand for you. I live closer there." You're on, Frank, definitely. Alligators, Dave says, "Eddie." Oh, God, yeah, my bad. Alligators in. Actually, there are some
What?
crocodiles. There's some saltwater in Florida. You
Oh,
don't get-
sorry.
you do
Completely
actually
lost
get
me.
saltwater crocodiles now in
The Thames.
Florida as well. So why wrestle an alligator when you can wrestle a saltwater crocodile, which is a lot more powerful, a lot bigger, and a lot more dangerous?
You
Well,
can
that's
go on-
why
you can go on
then.
a- you
That's
can go on
why
a-
you'd wrestle an alligator.
You can actually do that, can't you? They do courses, then they let you jump on top. Wrestling an alligator. They teach you how to do it.
Roll on, Genie, 2021. Come on, not with the saltwater crocodile.
Well, you better
right?
take
But
something
yeah,
just in case it goes wrong.
Next year, tough guy.
Absolutely.
Year
yeah.
after, dead guy.
I'll be riding a crocodile around the course. Yeah. Welcome back, Bobo, says Walter. Mark Patrick Kavanagh says the boat should be called Leaky Dog.
Thanks, Mark.
Title Alex says Walter.
CardOracle.
Yeah, well, at the moment it's called Colin, so yeah. Benjamin, that's the boat, not the dog.
Yeah.
Benjamin says, I cannot wait to use this app for the weekly giveaway.
Oh,
take
good
my
idea.
money, laugh out loud, says James Buchanan. What the hell, says Adam Bowness. Finley, no way, that's unbelievable, isn't it just? When's it out, says Nick? Now. Andrew Corrigan says, hey, I was there when it was performed. I think it's only fair I get it free or discounted, just saying.
Okay, you can have it $49.99.
Yeah. Give him a quid off. Yeah. Jonas says, I usually hate app magic, but I really like this. It's just so
completely
baffling.
agree. Completely agree.
Well, it's nice
so
because you
baffling.
tell him it's the app doing it, so there's no hiding it. This is an app. My phone knows what card you're going to...
And you're not doing
It's
anything cagey.
madness.
You don't have to turn the phone upside down or look at it.
Or go, the 6 of diamonds. Is
Right.
that
I want you to pick a celebrity. I'm going to go to my phone over here. The phone is going to choose the celebrity. It's going to tell me the celebrity you're going to choose, but it's going to do one celebrity that I want you to choose. It's all in the app.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Yeah,
you can't say anything about
it's
the app.
mad. It's mad.
This, you can say here, my phone is going to do it.
Yep.
And I love that. It's brilliant. Jonas says, can the balloon burster be used with a helium balloon, or does it have to be on a balloon stick? It has to be on the balloon stick, and to be honest, is helium flammable?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you were
it is.
saying this the other
It
day.
is.
So
Yeah,
I had a
use
request
helium.
to build one for someone, and I didn't want to go down a stick route, so I had
Let's use a rope.
I had some rope, which did the same thing as the stick, and a helium balloon. But obviously, because helium was flammable, that method wasn't so clever.
Well, you know what happened to the Hildenberg? Vandenberg?
Yeah,
Boat?
Well, if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
watched
yeah.
if you watched Blaine's Ascension, they were doing that before he went up. They were showing all the different gases and balloons and setting fire to
weren't
them.
they? Of course they were, yeah. So
They
no,
had to
not
fill the
helium.
time
no.
up then, didn't they?
Had to use a balloon stick.
Yeah, they needed all that staff.
And
Extra staff for one thing.
definitely don't fart in it, and don't give it anywhere near Otar. So yeah. Adrian says, how does that work then? Amazing app. How, says Andy Tingley. This makes no sense. I'm totally baffled, says Finley.
Even when you know how it's done, you're still like Jason.
I
You're
knew
still
it was
going.
done. I don't know how he
yeah.
got you to then just choose any of those four. That's
How long does it take you to learn?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, there you go. How much for the app? It's a miracle. Take my money now, says Adam Evans. Nick Adcock says, where do we get it? From here. Exclusive.
$49.99 CardOracle.
In the UK, it's exclusive to us. UK, you can't get it from any other dealer. It's exclusive to us, and all the instructions that you get with it are all filmed here that Alex does for you.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's on recent editions right at the top.
Yeah.
Yes. Finley says, how do you install the app via the website, App Store, etc.? Thank you.
Just website. Just go to the website and
Yeah.
you get the code. Type the code in.
Yeah. So we send out a code, but if you can't wait for the code, we can give them the code. Can't we? We can email.
We've
them.
only
We can
got.
email them.
Hold on, we haven't got that many though, have we? How many have we got?
20. 19.
Only got
Is it all?
18.
at the moment because we've sold. Yeah.
Okay. Kenny Canabra
Yeah.
says, totally baffled. Do you get special cards with the app? No, any
don't
cards,
need
Kenny.
them.
You can use a borrowed deck. You can use a grandma's deck if you want. And it doesn't matter what condition the cards are in, and they're not marked. Alex Adams says, can you install the app on multiple devices? Good question.
Not at the same time.
Hey?
So you.
So you'd have to want to install from one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Otherwise, you could copy it and send it to everyone. Yeah. Sandy says that app looks nice. What's match of the day? We'll be talking about that in just a minute. Sandy,
It's
be
a
patient.
program that's been on BBC One for the last 50 years.
Does it have a theme tune, Jason?
I still say Captain Kirk should be on the Enterprise, says Jonas. George says, does the card balance involve a gimmick? Yes, it does, George. A gimmick you probably already got at home. It was only $5.99 though. Just buy it, mate, and you'll get all the instructions there. I really want to perform it tonight. I wouldn't recommend performing it tonight, George. I will practice a little bit first because it can be a little bit tricky at first. It takes about 3 or 4 hours to learn it. Really nice. Roy says, my phone's more apps than friends on it now. Sandy Wilson, George, regarding Rocky Raccoon, Gary at Practical Magic told me that there is a fire at the factory in the US that makes them, and at the time, and said there wouldn't be any more.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's heartbreaking.
Nick,
All those Rockies.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nick says helium is not flammable. You're thinking of hydrogen. Well, I know hydrogen is, but I presume helium was as well. So
Did you
okay,
do your
yeah,
research?
there we are. Thank you for the.
No, someone told me about it, so I
Yeah, and I knew hydrogen. I didn't know about helium.
Yeah. Okay. Don't fill it with hydrogen. Benjamin says helium is not flammable, but hydrogen is. Important knowledge for when you're trying to figure out what to fill the Hindenburg with. Yeah. Wayne says Wayne Carter says, hey guys, I can't watch for long as I'm at work. I'll watch you later. Enjoy the show later, Wayne. Nick Adcock says, is it for iPhone?
It's anything.
Any phone at all. Well, there's only two phones, isn't it? Android and an iPhone. Sandy says, regarding the app, does the fact that it uses your phone's browser mean that you need to have a signal on your phone where you're performing?
Doesn't use the browser.
Doesn't use a browser. It's an independent app. Yeah. The only reason it was on a browser was for the actual screen on there, which is why we went over to the actual app on the phone. Benjamin says, also flammable and inflammable mean the object can be set on fire.
Yeah, that's true.
I've always wondered about that.
It's fun language.
Yeah. Flammable and inflammable.
Andrew says, if I buy it now, can I get the code email tonight or tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, we sort you out.
Who's that?
Andrew Corrigan.
Oh, was it Corrigan?
James says, surely Artok could find a way to meet the helium flammable. Fart in it. Yeah. If anyone could, he could. Is the gimmick hard to make, says George? No, not at all, George. Basically, you can make it in about 5 seconds. Well, you're not even making it, really. You're just using something you already have. Right, okay, let's talk.
Your skill, George.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
So just to be clear about the cards, it doesn't even have to be a full deck or anything like that. There's no manipulation. There's nothing clever.
Yeah.
So just a normal deck.
There's how much sleight of hand involved?
No.
None. No moves at all. Let's talk about match of the day.
Yes, let's, because it is fun.
Should we talk a little bit about the history and how we or why we're releasing it and what happened and everything?
Well,
Yeah.
so
Go on, you go in the middle because
I'll go in the middle again.
This has been your project from start to finish. So
So this is by the wonderful Al Prendo, and I don't know if many of you have ever seen Al Prendo perform, but he is a wonderfully hilarious, funny comedy magician. And I first saw him at the Magic Circle when he was doing his audition. I was sitting there next to Jack Delvin and some other alumni of the Magic Circle, and along came Al Prendo, and he didn't become an apprentice first or anything like that. He just went straight. I'll just do my normal act and see how it goes. And he literally had everyone in hysterics. People were doubled over. It was the only time I've seen that little close-up room with everyone seriously enjoying themselves and giving big reactions. And he got a standing ovation. And I don't know if anyone else has ever had a standing ovation for their Magic Circle audition. So it was an incredible performance and very simple stuff he was doing as well. You just made it incredibly entertaining. So no surprise when he came out with Match of the Day, which is he is a Spurs fan, but not a Spurs related trick, but it is a football related trick.
You off.
Yeah. So he came out with this, and it uses, not surprisingly enough, top trumps. So you get 2 sets of top trumps in it. You get a load in the package. I'll do a demo next week or later in the week, but you get a load in here.
2 whole sets of top
trumps. 2
trumps.
whole sets of top trumps. So
that
means
could have been cheap.
And you get the red and yellow referee cards, and you get a whistle and a lanyard and all of this stuff. And the reason for 2 decks of cards is because there's going to be a couple of other bonus routines as well, and also it means you're not stuck with the same revelation at the end, so you can keep doing it to your mates down the pub or at the football ground and keep on having different endings. So there you go. It's absolutely wonderful. It's really funny. I'll be filming the trailer very shortly. It's on the site now.
Show me.
Show you now.
Show me now.
Show you now.
You can't talk about this and then not dem it.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well, I was probably going to try and set it up rather than have it out the. Right then.
Do you want to go set it?
You're a big football fan, aren't you, Dave?
No. Yes. I love football.
Do you want to set it up?
Dave hates football. Dave, right. So do you know about referees in football, Dave?
The
whistles come off the bump.
They're the guys that stand near the big net at the back and catch the ball.
Do you know what colour they wear? Do you know what? Do you know what every referee
needs? They wear black.
Do you know what every referee needs?
A sense of humour.
A whistle, Dave. So I've got a whistle for you. Bobo, if you just give it a little. Give it a. Going to eat it now.
You like that?
Oh, there you go.
Doesn't like that. Oh, there you go.
Bobo.
Yeah, we need to replace all these little. Right, Bobo, come on. They give you these little cheap rings on it. We are replacing the cheap and nasty little rings on the whistle for decent quality rings before this is actually sent out to anybody.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Give it a little puff. Oh dear.
Yeah. That ring is useless. Look at that. That's useless. Just bends in your hand. Let's put that on there. There you go. Right.
There's a bit of referee, Dave. Sound like Kalina.
Okay.
Right, Dave, as a referee, you've got to start the game. We have a little game of football.
Yep.
I'm going to deal cards one at a time. We'll start the whistle and finish the whistle when you think you've seen a foul take place. So you've got a yellow card and red card. So
right.
Start the game whenever you're ready.
Oh, foul.
Oh, it's a foul.
Foul.
It's a foul. Now, oh, got to go to VAR. Yeah. Yeah. I know, I'm just wondering when they'll realise I'm talking to my hand.
It's wrong
Yeah,
number.
no, I think I
Get on with it.
I think I'm getting a laugh. Right. Oh, there's a bit of controversy here.
Okay.
Is it this card or this card that you want?
It's that one.
It's that one. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll put the yellow card.
Okay.
Yellow card.
Yellow card.
Serious.
Start the game again.
Yep.
Oh, that's loud, that.
Good at that part.
the lifeguard.
Just stop wherever you like.
Red card.
You
Serious,
are good at
serious
that.
foul play.
You must have been a nightmare as a. Right, so here we go. So you've stopped here. Right, so.
She loves that.
Yep.
You haven't
Oh,
found
hang on,
it.
no. Oh, I've got it wrong, haven't I? Oh, I've messed it up.
Oh, Alex.
Oh, I've messed it up. Take the wrong
Why?
card out.
What are you doing?
I'll take the wrong card out by mistake. Oh dear, I've messed it up. But there you go. So let's do one of them. Is Lionel Messi, and in here you have your predictions. And there you go. You've got Lionel Messi with the red card, and you've got Harry Kane for
And
yellow
Harry
card.
Kane.
And Harry Kane.
There we go. Right, okay.
And funnily enough, all along, if you look on your lanyard,
Ah! I didn't even notice. My lanyard says Harry Kane and was it Leo
Leo
Messi?
Messi.
There
Leo
you go.
so there you go. And there is a kicker for man of the match as well. So yeah, there you go. It's a lovely little routine. It's
It's
based
great
on,
fun.
It's a fun little thing, especially
it's
getting
based on
spectators
Gemini
involved
twins,
and giving them this. However, during the lockdown, you might not want to use the whistle. You can say to them, "Get the whistle and pretend to blow the whistle," because not really good blowing.
What I
whistle
would
shit.
do is
Oh,
have
yeah.
I'd have a whistle
Yeah.
on a
During
if
the
you're doing it on
lockdown.
stage, I'd have a whistle on your like iJet or something, so they can just press the button when they want the whistle
Or-
and have the.
Or you can say, look, during lockdown, I'm not going to get you to blow the whistle. Just shake the whistle like that when you're ready to stop, or something like that. Or have
Yeah.
some alcohol spray on it, whatever.
Or
you
just
want. But
whistle.
yeah,
Or just whistle.
But yeah, during lockdown, you might not want to be giving that to people to blow around.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
really good fun.
super fun. Obviously based on Gemini Mates.
Kids would like it as well.
And don't overlook Gemini Mates because people like Alan. What's the great card magician? Oh, you're using Birdry. Everyone uses Gemini Mates and has a version of it. It's a really strong trick, and I think this is probably the most fun I've seen anyone get out of Gemini Mates. It's absolutely wonderful. And again, you get another deck of cards, so you can change
It is great, yeah.
the revelations as you like.
And how much is it?
That's a good question. It's
20
$24.99.
Which, considering you're getting your whistle,
24.
custom lanyard, and 2 packs of top trumps, it's not
And the
bloody
red
bad.
and yellow cards.
Not bad at all. There you go. So yeah, well, excuse me, Al. Yeah, we're very impressed, mate. It's
Well done, Al.
a fun
And
little
well done,
thing
Al.
to do,
Well done.
especially down the pub your mates. I can see him having a lot of
Really
fun
good
with
fun, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where were we? Oh, it's moved up. Ooh, have you been moving this, Bobo? Is Jason Stooge, says Roy. No Stooge is involved in that. What you see is what you get. Can you send me a code? I've paid, thanks. Patient, Roy, patient.
I mean, we're
mate.
doing a live,
Yeah,
Roy.
yeah.
Right, hang on.
See,
Adam says just order the app.
Oh, brilliant. Let's see if we get all of this. Let's see if we get rid of all of them by the end of the show.
We're going to run out.
I'm going to see how many are left.
When we get
See how
more
many are
in,
left.
when we get more, we can just sort more out. We don't
Yeah,
need.
we can sort more out as soon as possible.
Yeah, we don't need the cards as such.
We
Although
send the
we're going to
cards
send the
later.
card out, we can sort it out without
Yeah,
the cards. if need be,
I mean, yeah, we don't really have to send the cards, but I'd quite like you to have something to, in case you forget it, in case you've lost the email, whatever can happen to computers and so on. I think it's nice to have something so you can sort of keep stored somewhere so you don't lose it.
George says, I have no clue how the card balance works. You're not meant to, George, unless you buy it. If you can work it out without buying it, yeah.
We've sold 10 since we did the demo.
Oh, okay.
Hey, come on, 10 more, come on.
Andrew Corrigan says, should I do pickup if you are emailing it? Yeah, we can just email it if you want that, yeah.
Yes. So if you don't want it sent to you, just
Yeah, we can just sort it out, yeah. But we can send you the code and then send you the little card afterwards. So
Yeah.
you've got your own little thing there afterwards. Yeah, Jonas says, nobody asked if I'm still sober. Any new Kids Magic? Cheers. Jonas,
Well,
are you
Unmasked.
still sober?
He's forgotten about Unmasked already.
Unmasked Kids is obviously new, Jonas, and we've got Jason's book review corner.
I would say, obviously, you're not sober because we have asked that question several times and you've not answered, Jonas. A modern day Tommy Cooper, says Walter. Finley says, yes, it's football related trick. 2 of my favourite things put together, football and magic.
There you go.
Jason, don't you dare mention VAR. I'm a Liverpool fan, so don't.
Funny enough, Finley, I'm an Aston Villa fan. I don't know. I don't know if you remember. They've played this season already. I can't remember. The life of me, I can't remember. 7? I don't know. I think if you just remind me what the score was in that game,
but
appreciated.
I'm a Southampton fan, so let's just dial down on that.
Adrian Turton says Bonsall stroke Kalina. How have I not noticed that before? Who's Kalina?
Kalina.
He's a footballer.
So good. Kalina's the ref. You know,
Oh,
the ball.
yes!
Oh, is it?
The bald ref.
Oh.
Send Beckham
says, just ordered. Do you send it now? We'll send it after the show, Nick. Andrew says, all ordered. Thanks for sending it tonight, guys. You're most welcome. Thank you, guys. Says Al Prendo. You're most welcome, and thank you, Al.
Yeah, thanks, Al. It's
for
brilliant.
allowing us to be the one representing your trick. So yeah, available at PropDog. Own it, PropDog. Not anywhere else that you might. Well, you might see something similar very soon somewhere. But Mick Edwards says, ordered the app. It's amazing. Benjamin says, on one of Kleb's wives' DVDs, he teaches a Gemini twins routine where you find matching photos of celebrities. His scripting has a volunteer be a member of the paparazzi or journalist. Gemini twins is one of those effects that begs to be anything other than a card trick.
Yeah,
it does. It does.
Great.
There is a kicker ending for that one as well.
I've not seen the kicker ending. What happens in the kicker then?
They get to choose the man of the match as well, so you have a 3-card revelation at the end.
You could almost also be wearing the football shirt, couldn't you? I guess.
That is funny enough. So that's how Al.
Could you do that? Could you have?
Yeah. So Hal reveals that he's got Ronaldo shirt on.
Oh, that's
or
cool.
Whatever the man of the match shirt on.
That's really cool. That's really good.
I mean, you ever get a chance to see Al perform? I highly recommend it. It's a thoroughly original piece of magic.
Kids are like the football. Kids are like the football as well. I can't see anybody that
it's just
isn't
fun.
suitable for.
It's just hilariously fun.
You go to a table of people at a gig. Somebody's going to like football there, aren't they? They're going to be.
And it starts the whole conversation. It is, it's a piece of brilliant piece of fun.
Nick Adcock says, where is the download? It's not a download, Nick. It's an app. So we'll send you the code after the live. It's not something you just go on and download it. So we will sort you that out very shortly as soon as we finish, which won't be very long now at all. Andrew Corrigan, I did second class, so I have a card with it on my case. In case on my email, or in case my email explodes. Can the app bend spoons as well? Says Roy. Yes, it does, Roy. Yes. Just to hold the app over and just wave it a couple of million times. George says, once you bought it, how do you open the balance download? Very simple, George. Just go to my account, go to PropDog Only Downloads, and click on the little download arrow, and it will download it, and then you can open the tutorial video there. Any problems, mate, give us a shout, and we'll sort you out. Finley says, Alex, I'm warning you, don't you dare mention the words 7 or Ollie Watkins again. Our border said Ryan Adams. Jonas says, yes, you mentioned Kids Magic, but nobody asked if I got the rules right when it's somebody asks a question. When somebody asks a question. Okay, right. Let's get on with the Alex's book corner, shall we?
Yeah.
What are you doing a book corner today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alex is doing it.
There we go. Over to Alex's book corner.
Hello, I'm Alex, and I own a boat that's going to sink. I'm joking. So today,
Hang on. He's not going to sink until he's insured it. Once he's insured it, then it's just somehow strangely going to be sinking.
Don't watch this, Aviva. So today we're talking about a children's magic book, and this is by one of my favourite children's magic authors. This is John Breeds. If you haven't heard of John and you're a children's entertainer, I don't know where you've been. This is great. Yeah, drunk. Well, yeah, true. You could be drunk. So, John, why do I think John's stuff is great? John had a book out many years ago called "How to Entertain Children and Triple Your Income," or something along those lines. I can't remember the exact wording. And it was the thing that got me actually out there performing children's magic. So, as far as I was concerned, it is the best book because it's the one that got me off my backside and actually doing the gigs. So, to give you an example, he goes through all of literally everything you can think of, like your stage, your sound, your lighting, the correspondence with the parents, even a draft confirmation letter, which I still use today. I still basically use the bare bones of what John printed in the old book. That book is unfortunately out of print now, and they are working on getting it back, but they're doing it in the form of these. So these are component booklets, and these basically represent some of the chapters that were in that old book. So this one is Love Your Audience, and this is all about how to warm up the audience before the show, some games you can play with the children so that they're engaged the whole time. It really talks about how you should be dressed, how you should put in you know, breaks and gaps and ebbs and flows, and how it's not all about screaming the whole time, and it talks about theatre production and basically everything you could want to know about that aspect of entertaining children. It's all about your audience. It's really nice. As I say, they're segments from his book, so they're annotated. So there you go. Look, there's a picture of a I think that's his backdrop that he's got there. So he talks about different backdrops to the show and then real world pictures of his version. He even shows you in here how to build the plans for like a roll-on table. So it does show you everything you could ever need really to be a kids entertainer. So these are the little pamphlets. We're going to try and get in. This is volume number 3. So there's 6 of these. So we're going to try and get the other 6 in. So if there's something that you specifically want to know about, there's a great section, there's a great pamphlet on non-elimination games, and I use lots of them because that enables the kids to join in with party games, but they're never out. So if you end up with more children out than you have playing, those are the kids that start messing around, whereas the games I play, nobody's ever eliminated. They're all engaged the entire time. So it really was an eye-opener for me, and it did get me going, so I can't recommend John and his work highly enough. This book that we're actually talking about, this is Lots of Magic for Kids. Has a foreword from John Kimmons, and again, if you don't know Kimmo, he used to do loads of the videos on practical magic with Jeremy before Gary took over, and fantastic kids entertainer and ventriloquist, does all the Disney cruises, and the other forewords by Christopher T, magician. So I can never remember what the T stands for, tomato or something. But they're 2 guys that know what they're talking about, and this is a complete book full of tricks, and it's not just the trick, it's every aspect of the trick. So it's why the trick's good for the kids, it's why you do it and for what age groups, and then it's plans and details of how to make each and every thing. So you can put as much effort or as little effort into getting these to work as you can. So to give you an idea, he's got the Yes No book, which is this really, really funny, almost like a lie detector book where one child always has to say yes and one child has to say no. So he's reading them different questions. So it's like, do you wear your mum's clothes? And the boy always has to say yes, and the girl always has to say no. It's really funny, and they, you know, do you understand? So you've always got to say no, okay?
No.
Do you understand me?
No.
Oh yeah. So you get the idea. But the kids obviously go, yeah, I understand. No. You've got to say no. And it's just a massive book. It's got loads of one-liners. He's got loads of bits that children find really funny. It really is fantastic. I wouldn't.
Show it to the camera.
I wouldn't say. It's quite as valuable as that first book, just because it's if you're already set up in Kids Magic, it is worth its weight in gold. This because it's just original bits of business, tricks, gags, different props you can make. He's got a rat trap in here that snaps on your hand as you put your hand in the bag. The first book I mentioned earlier is great if you've never done Kids Magic before and you want to get set up, but this book is well worth considering, and that is Lots of Magic for Kids by the marvellous John Breeds.
Is the first book no longer available? Because I bought the first book to get me into magic.
The first book is no longer available. This is why...
Because I recognise some of this from that book.
Actually. It is. These are chapters from that book.
And this is one of the things that I really liked, actually, because there's always that thing of what do I do for 4-year-olds, what do I do for 8-year-olds?
Yeah.
And
the illustrations are great.
And he's got a nice little guide here of... I can get the... So here you can see, so right from the toddler age, and he lets you know what sort of...
There you go.
So he lets you know what you do for the toddlers, and as they get older, how the magic should change.
Yeah.
And that to me was a real eye-opener. So suddenly I thought, oh, actually, I can do a 12-year-old and I can do a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And I'll know that I'm hitting the right mark.
He really does look at it like a teacher would look at, actually putting a curriculum together. It's really, really, really good. What I really liked about it is he talks about whether it's magical or entertaining. So you could go to an adult show and see something amazing. So you see a woman levitating, which is a phenomenal piece of magic, but kids want them to levitate and then fall because it's funny, or they don't want it to levitate, they don't want it to work. So it's the difference between being comedy, being entertaining, or actually being a really, really top magician in terms of it's going to make the parents go wow, but the kids may not enjoy it as much. So when you're a kids entertainer, it's all about entertaining. He's got a bit in here where he makes a giant plug socket and he comes out and checks all his props, and every time he touches his hand over the thing, that his speakers all buzz and all this, and he ends up getting a shock from the cardboard socket. It's just really funny. But yeah, that's John, and we'll keep an eye out for the other pamphlets of these as they come out. He's working with Murphy's now to get them brought out because he can't republish the book. It was originally done by Practical Magic when Jeremy and Cheryl were there. But yeah, it's
I think he's
It's
retired
fantastic
now,
stuff.
hasn't he? I thought he was retiring. I thought that was why his book.
John, I think he has, yeah. But yeah, two fantastic projects by a fantastic kids entertainer. So well worth
Awesome.
reading.
Right, let's just catch up with the comments very quickly. Then we'll get on with the
Competition.
giveaways,
Oh,
and
we mentioned that
then we can send out everyone's app links.
Oh, we
because
mentioned that back in. We
everyone's-
have. Yep, sorry. Yep.
We're done. The list
Everyone
is
is
done.
dying to get their code for their app they just bought. So here we go. Right, Jonas says, yes, you mentioned Kids Magic, but nobody asked if. Oh, we got that one already. Tar, finished lecture now. I need it. Not going out till 2021. Says Nick Cadcott. What's the author's name again, please? Says Rich Relish.
John Breeds.
Or when someone says great books of John Breeds underneath. I've learnt a lot. Laugh out loud. And how much, please, Jace? Is that anything?
Oh, sorry. The big book, The Lots of Magic for Kids, is. We haven't got it.
We don't
Let's just put John Breed's books, but they're worth
on the
the weight in
website.
gold.
On the website. Right. Okay. So today's giveaway, we're going to give away two giveaways as normal. So if you don't know the giveaway prizes, if you are lucky enough to win, go to the bottom of the homepage. At the very bottom, you'll see a category that says Facebook Live giveaways. Choose any products on those. Drop us an email saying my name is so and so. I won that, and can you send it out? And we'll send it out first thing on Monday. To win, all you have to do, not yet, but when I say, is to think of a playing card. Now, usually we'll pick two cards at random, but two cards have already been picked at random by Jonas. Okay, so you're going to see the video in a minute. Jonas, you are not allowed to enter.
And it was random.
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I think Jonas can enter. The state he's in now, he probably
there's
can't
no way,
remember
no
what
way,
card
yeah,
he's
yeah.
chosen. So
Yeah.
Jonas, yeah.
So when you see the word now appear up in your screen, you have 1 minute exactly to name a playing card. You get one choice only, and we will pick the first one that comes up, okay?
On our screen.
But Andy Tingley is disqualified because he's jumped the gun.
Tingles.
Yeah, you'll have to name another one. Any cards named before my comment of now won't count, so you'll have to redo it again. And it's the first one, so if two people call the same card, okay, it's the first one that we see on our screen. So 1 minute from now. So here we go. So you see it up on the screen, and when you see the word, let's say finish, so I'm going to put the word finish. When that word is finished, any cards named after that are disqualified. And Ottar, if you've been having a word with Jonas, then
Wouldn't be able to understand what he's saying.
it's going to be rather suspicious if you just happen to win, Ottar. But we shall see. Lots of people name the cards. That's it. Any format. It can be, 8C or Queen of Hearts or whatever you want on there. We'll figure it out.
Rob, if you're watching, can you please do a deep fake of Dave sending Beckham off in the... I'm pretty sure it was Kalina that sent Beckham off when he tripped up.
He did that little back flip with his thing.
But
Didn't that guy
Argentina.
go down like a sack of spuds?
Rob is from Australia. He knows Aussie rules football, not English football.
No, but that
5 seconds, guys.
There's
Kalina's
still.
Was it Kalina? I
There's
don't
still,
think it was
there's
Kalina.
still 7 of the apps left, by the way. So
1 and no more, guys. Right, okay, so you've all named the card. Any cards after that won't be counted, and if no one gets the card dead on, it will be the nearest one to it. So we shall go over to Jonas to see which cards he selected.
Like this. First card for today. Oopsie. Is the Queen of Diamonds. The Queen of Diamonds. Yeah, and let's see, the second card of today is the Six of Hearts. So the Queen of Diamonds and the Six of Hearts.
Oh, sorry.
I'm driving.
Right, okay. Oh, Jonas, thank you for that, Jonas. So the two cards were the Queen of Diamonds and the Six of Hearts. And Jason just said, wouldn't it be funny if we went over to the video and Jonas was catonic on the floor?
I'd love to see a picture of him now.
Catatonic on the floor.
Just leave under the table the cards all over him.
Right, so the question was, who was the winner or the closest to? So let's go back up to the beginning. Sometimes we have a close-up cam showing them as we scroll through, but we don't have that working today. So you're going to have to trust us because it's what's on our screen, not what's on your screen, because it might be slightly different on your screen. So Queen of Diamonds. So I'll look out for the Queen of Diamonds if you want to look out for the Six of Hearts, Alex.
I'll get out the way.
So it's the one exactly on or nearest
Queen
to.
of Diamonds.
Oh, Ifty
smashed
straight
it.
up there. Well done, Ifty. So it's just down to who is nearest to the 6 of hearts.
Absolutely. What did Otto say?
Jamie's quite close at the 8 of hearts. Seven of hearts. Ian Smith, you're the closest so far. 6 of hearts,
Hearts
as
as
usual.
usual.
Roy Brownlow, congratulations,
Ah.
Roy. There you go. So, Roy, you've won a couple of times, Roy, haven't you?
There we go,
Good
mate.
effort. There we go. Right, so those are the winners, guys. Ifty, Roy, just pop onto the homepage. Go down to the giveaways. Just choose the product you want. Make sure that product is in stock because a couple of them might have sold out by now. I think we're giving a few popular ones away. And then we have both your details on record. So we'll just make sure we send them out. You don't need to email us with your details. We know who you are.
If you've changed
There we
address,
go.
please let us know.
Oh yeah,
because that
good
would
point
be
actually.
helpful.
Yeah, so if you've moved recently, I know Roy's ordered recently, but I can't remember the last time Ifty ordered. Or Ifty, if you're in the area, mate, you want to pop in, please do. Right, guys, I think
Can I
that's
just
it.
quickly say about the app? The video instructions in English will be up on Monday. They're not up yet, but you should still be able to send it from the writing. But
Oh right, so you got the written writing.
the
not
written
video, right,
instructions
okay.
and the French instructions,
Yeah.
are there, the French video instructions. But
Right.
I
so-
You're
proofread the
finishing
writing, so it does make
filming
sense.
tomorrow morning, aren't you?
yeah, so I finished off the filming.
Yeah. Cool. Right. Okay. Any more comments? It wasn't cleaner. It was a Dutch ref, says Mark.
It was,
Craven.
you're right, because they almost wrecked his house, didn't they? It was ridiculous. I just remember it in the paper, yeah.
Ben Taylor says 6 of hearts, which you were right on, but you were too late. Well, you were after the end anyway, Ben. Anoop says, have a good weekend, guys. Thank you, will do. Ifty says, yay. Wow, I won, says Roy. Cash says, Jason driving, laugh out loud. FFS says Paul Martin. You never
deserve
win, mate.
it, Paul.
We make sure you never win, mate.
Yeah.
And he says, have a great weekend, guys. Stay safe.
Stay
Thanks,
safe.
friends. Have a nice
Thanks,
weekend. Says Hans. Otto says, take care, everyone. Bye. And George says, bye. So, guys, thank you all for joining us. As always, without you guys watching, we're just a couple of muppets talking to a camera. So we always appreciate it. Have a good weekend and stay well, stay healthy. Bye.
Get the Oracle!
Oracle.